power system right now, I mean, it's so new that I wouldn't have guessed that you can somehow give your negator powers to somebody. I don't think that's been brought up before. I had to double check, but as far as I know, it was not something that was known to be in the series. So I mean, this is just something shiny and brand new. I'm all right with it. I'm very curious though as to like what's the plan with Shen. Like Shen is the fact he's dead. I mean, he's not even like, oh, he's just in a bad spot. Like, he's actually dead, but he has his memories, but he can't do anything without without order of Mui. So this is a weird character turn. I mean, because it's in a way like he's still a character, but at the same time it's almost like he's become a familiar. Like he got ranked down like a spot of being in the main cast. Because I would imagine that he's not going to be in the organization anymore. It's going to be Mui in his spot. He's going to be a minion to her. So I mean, again, it's a weird turn, and at the same time, I'm very curious as to where exactly the manga is going to go with this, because it's not built seemingly like a long series. There's even a comment in here from Fang about how like the 4 seasonal Uma are like the big ones near the end before they get to before things get to Ragnarok, before it gets to the end of the world, before God essentially comes and resets everything. Which again, it builds a very strange tone and setting within Undead Unluck, because I can't tell at what areas, like if it's actually an end game or are they gonna ride on this for a while, because there's only like 60 something chapters into the series. Like, it's not like it's a ton, but it doesn't have to. Well, at the same time, like it's in a position where there's obviously stuff that could signify like it's near the ending areas, but there's still so much stuff unknown. There's still stuff to do with like the main cast members. We haven't even got most of the main cast with their own character stuff. Like, we haven't gotten like a majority of those dudes to even get a turn in the spotlight. So again, I don't know. I mean, that's the thing right now I like about Undead Unluck. Probably my favorite thing about it is I can't tell exactly where the timer is, essentially, on the longevity of the series, which is so pretty cool. Like, the characters are solid. I like the world. I like the story. But I think my favorite thing is just the fact I can't figure out how long the series is really gonna live on for. So, getting to the actual chapter itself, we have Shen, who is now, he's a zombie. He is now a zombie minion of Mui, who has like the untruth power, which again, I was surprised by that portion, because I didn't really know whether or not you could give powers to other people within their world, because their world is fairly new. We wouldn't have this scenario in a lot of other setups where it's like, yeah, I'm going to take a main cast member, switch his role with his assistant, and essentially have him become a minion through like a necromancy artifact that I've just got kind of hanging out nearby. It's a weird combo set of things. Like, it would be like if the manga wanted to do this and it's like, okay, how do I do this though? What kind of weird scenario could I set up in order to get this spot delivered? So he's got all these crazy variables all working together within this whole setup. There's also the popularity poll. Shen getting 4th was really surprising, but Ano-un as well getting 3rd was probably one of the bigger surprises. Everybody else seems pretty much where I would guess for to a degree. Gina in there, I mean, the thing is, like, I was gonna say with Gina is like, hers doesn't surprise me nearly as much, because like I said, like, out of the main cast, we haven't gotten a lot of information out of the main cast, like the whole main group. Like, this is really like the people that we've gotten stuff within the story to kind of depict them. Like, the only other people we haven't gotten would be like Uma Spoil or like Fang or something. Everybody else has gotten some screen time, which I really would like to see more of with Undead Unluck. That's probably my only gripe right now. But they're going against Fang. It's mostly a talking chapter. There's a lot of exposition, a lot of kind of just general discussion between the guys, and then they get in, fighting position. They all start moving out. There's signs from the summer Uma that it's going to evolve soon. Like, there's cracks all around its shell and stuff, and it's getting ready to burst out, and I would assume get into its final form. I did really like, there's a paneling point when they're all going in to fight Fang, and he's using his staff to, like, grind part of the Uma that he's on. I said, like, and you see the line of destruction from where the end of his staff is. I think that's really cool. I just really like small detailed things like that, just because it gives a little bit more of the kind of like tone in the setting, but it also gives a quick display of his quick wit in fighting, as well as his physical strength, because obviously he's just carving through this. I would assume that the part of the Uma is, like, I don't know, at least concrete levels of density and fortitude. So him breaking through that, you know, it's still really impressive. But they got their artifacts. You have Mui with the Basho fan, who just kind of like blows away all of that smokescreen cover that he was building up. And then it's just lots of melee combat, lots of attacks, and lots of stuff. And that's when we find out the reveal that Mui actually has the Untruth ability. Again, I'm curious to know, like, what the ruling of that is. Like, the power system is still so new that it's not like, it's like you can say, like, oh, it just doesn't make sense, yada yada, you know, it breaks rules. Like, we don't know the rules yet. But this could be the event that explains, like, okay, characters can get negator powers under certain scenarios. Maybe she only gets it because of, like, of variables met, and she just made him a zombie, so he's, like, set under her. Because, like, I would assume if, like, the zombie power, like the zombie artifact, if you got all people's powers that you killed them in a zombie, it would just be like, yeah, go around and kill as many negator people as possible with all their powers. But I don't think it's that simple. Anyway, it was actually a really fast-rate chapter. I didn't have a ton to say about it. I am enjoying the Fang fight. It's much longer than I thought it was going to be, which it's pretty neat, because he's not somebody with, like, some weird power that it's, like, hard to, you have to figure out how to get around. He's a powerful melee fighter, you know, a martial artist with some artifacts and tools up his sleeve to be more dangerous. But it gives it more of just, like, this... It gives it more of a setting to be, like, a longer fight, to be more aggressive fight. It's one of those things, if you have a character who's just, like, he's got essentially a one-shot kill, and the characters don't have a way of combating it, you know that, like, they're never going to get hit by it. Whereas something like a brawl, like, people get smacked around and hit all the time and keep fighting. So it's just really fun. Anyway, other than that, though, comment below. Tell me your thoughts about this chapter. Again, I didn't have a ton to say about it. It was more my interest in, like, how power switching works between Mui and Shen, and exactly how this battle is going to finish, and, like, where exactly Mui and Shen's characters are going to go moving forward. But anyway, other than that, comment below. Thumbs up the video with front like button, subscribe button, check out my other videos. But in that, I appreciate everybody who's already subscribed, and thank you all for listening. Bye.